And we have updates on the production of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spider-Man will have Hulk as his father figure this time. Our Spider-Boy really needs a new mentor? We'll discuss that later. Wait. Hey, pop culture fans. Here's an update on Spider-Man Brand New Day. The title of the Spider-Man movie that used to be between Doomsday and Secret War is now coming before. Officially, at the moment, it's coming earlier. We have no news of a delay for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Not yet. And now this information arrives. By Nexus Point News saying that Hulk will be the guest character in this Spider-Man movie. The choice of characters seems arbitrary, like selecting one from NIT, another from NIT, and then Hulk. But there are some points that justify this casting, I'll tell you. The first one is that the Marvel-Disney-Sony contract provides for a special appearance by a Marvel character in the Spider-Man movies, a Marvel Studios character. That's why in the first one we had Iron Man, in the second one we had Nick Fury, in the third one Doctor Strange, and now it would be the turn of another character, and that character would be Hulk. Hulk is a classic character. He's a well-known character. He's a character who will add to the movie. Hulk is a character who can't have his own movie and must always be a supporting character in other stories, so this is an opportunity for him to appear. Hulk isn't planned for Doomsday so far, and Michael Ruffalo is willing to return to the role more times. So there's no reason to deny that he couldn't be, for example, the Hulk chosen to team up with Spider-Man. I know a lot of people want Daredevil, want other characters, but we don't even know if Daredevil can be used in a feature film. We only had Matt Murdock. Maybe Daredevil has issues appearing in a feature film, we don't know yet. But Hulk is a more well-known character, directly related to the Avengers and to the general public. Not a comic book fan, not a lover of the Marvel Cinematic Universe who watches everything and sees the series. Knows better. It remains to be seen if it will be Hulk who will show up as a threat. Someone to be contained by Spider-Man, as has already happened in the comics. Sometimes, or maybe not, it will be Bruce Banner, the intelligent Hulk, Dr. Hulk, Professor Hulk, like the last time we saw him in She-Hulk. He was with his kid, he had just met his son, came back from soccer and brought his son, unless Marvel just ignores what happened in She-Hulk and says, no, that was just a delusion, a daydream. In that moment of rewriting the story, She-Hulk found it cute that Hulk had a son. I don't think it's very hard, okay? But there's also nothing that points in that direction. Hulk is Professor Hulk. At this point, a sudden twist like that off screen would be really weird. Another piece of information we can have here which justifies Hulk being cast in this movie is the comics. In the comics, when Peter Parker's memory is also erased, no one in the whole world knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. In this case, it was a spell by Mephisto and not Doctor Strange. Hulk is the only one who knows that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Bruce Banner doesn't know. When he turns into the Hulk, he doesn't remember. He only remembers as Hulk. What's the explanation? It's because of the Hulk's persona. It lives in Bruce Banner's subconscious and comes out when he gets angry. That's the whole story of the Hulk. And that this consciousness, which is imprisoned, because it's imprisoned, didn't suffer the effects of the magic, of the spell. So when the Hulk comes out, he knows who Peter Parker is. He knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. He already knew Spider-Man's identity before. Maybe this will happen in the movie too. And it could even be a starting point for Peter Parker to recover his identity and win back the great love of his life, since we know that Zendaya Mary Jane is confirmed in this movie. The difference is that we don't have a divided Hulk personality and Banner personality at this moment. The Hulk would need, at the time Doctor Strange casts the spell, to have his mind broken, split again. That didn't happen. Since Banner and Hulk share the same psyche at this moment, Hulk learned to deal with Banner, and Banner learned to deal with Hulk. They share the hero's body. It doesn't make sense for that explanation of, oh, he had an identity that was trapped and wasn't affected. That doesn't work. That just doesn't work. What could happen is Marvel just saying, no, Hulk wasn't affected by the magic just because. Because we want him not to be affected by the magic. Gamma radiation, whatever. We're talking about characters that don't exist in an invented world. The rules don't apply to us, especially rules that haven't even been established. What if there was an exception somewhere? So I would say that it's possible if you look at it that way. Which characters could appear? Classic, well-known characters, characters that have appeal, that could make the movie a hit. From Spider-Man, Hulk is a good one. Spider-Man, Peter Parker is attending college. He was taking the remedial class in the last movie, so it's likely he's studying at the university now. Without the social security number. I'm not sure how it works. In the United States educational system, you just pay and you can study. It could be that, or community college, as they call it there. I'm unsure if you can just sign up and give a name so you can study there. Kind of weird, but anyway. Or he gets fake documents. There with Nick Fury, I don't know, and then studying at the university. Attending classes? He could be a student of Bruce Banner. Of course, Bruce Banner is a renowned scientist. He's not going to teach at a community college, right? But maybe he could, I don't know, give a lecture. Go there and give a lecture, Peter. You hear. And he's like, what the fuck? How does this guy know my name? And then it starts, oh, so if you're immune, there are ways to treat immune people? Oh yes, let's find out what it is. And then the genius of Peter Parker and the genius of Bruce Banner combine to create this way to reverse Doctor Strange's spell. All of this in 5 minutes, and then Hulk comes back later. Sometimes something goes wrong. In this system, Hulk goes back to being wild, and then there's the whole story. It could be something like that. I'm coming up with a movie right now as I'm talking to you. How do I do this, Insider, right? You put this on the internet and it blows up. But my nexus points. It's saying that Hulk is going to be the father figure, specially invited for this movie. People who were hoping for Daredevil, sorry, it's going to be Hulk. According to the information here, nothing official. Okay, guys? No one said anything. Until now, there were no rumors, indications, or imaginations about this, but Kevin Feige and Michael Reeve have finally spoken up, revealing the unexpected news. And they can confirm it. They're saying it with a lot of confidence in the article that was published on the website. Let's monitor the situation. I don't think it's unlikely. There are rumors I see, but I believe they have very little chance of happening. I think the chances are very good, very good. Based on what happens in the comics, and because of Hulk as a character, since he's one of the last Avengers still active on planet Earth, of the original ones, there's a chance, but let's see. What do you think, though? Does Hulk work in Brand New Day? Write down below in the comments. I'll be back soon with more topics from Dr. Pop. After the intro, some channel options will pop up for you to click and stick around with me a little longer. See you later, see you soon, see you in a bit, bye. Amen.